Hello everyone, I'm Wokko and welcome to Wokkolandia. I know, I said something about stop making custom video with my voice, but this one needs some explanation. For some custom is easy understand what I do using only the image of the video, but in this case I need to explain what I choose and why. The idea is basically make a custom, an entire custom, without using color, paint or spray, whatever, and glue. And is the main reason why I use this good looking Skeletor. Usually I start with a broken master of the universe, with missing part and ruined pieces. But here I don't wanna use any primer or color for cover the scratches or fill the gap. And for this reason is very difficult because I need to sculpt this plastic without ruining the pieces I wanna use. Obviously at last there is some minor imperfection, but overall I'm happy with the result. After splitting in half the chest, I proceed removing the lower part of the body. Carefully I remove the abdominal muscle and I start sculpting the upper part of the chest, using, like always, my sculpting tool, some clippers and some file, being careful not to damage the pectorals. After sculpting the front part, I proceed with the back. And here I decide to follow the muscle structure of the upper part of the body. Try to create a smooth transition between the neck and what will be the lower part of the body. The process is quite long, but I really want to show you every single step I take for create this custom. Also in this way you can see how I sculpt this plastic. First I remove big chunk of these pieces, and after with my sculpting tool or some file I carefully trim the edges. Like always I prefer this technique because with something like Dremel, you risk to remove too much material. Also, in this way, you have a lot more control. And after sculpt the upper part of the body, let me introduce the other toys I wanna use for this custom. He is a Chap Mei knockoff from a Terminator, the 800 or something like that, I think. And he is perfect for this custom. Like you see, he have a very low quality detail, and this is one of the reasons why I choose it. Because if I use some awesome new NECA Toys Terminator action figure, he have too much detail. A lot of little piston, cable, pipes. That will be too good to fit with the vintage Master of the Universe toys. On the other side, this one is simple and he blends well with something old like a Master of the Universe. He don't seems too new, and he doesn't take your attention away from the character. Another good point is the color. This awesome gold copper tone is perfect to fit with this thicker blue skin. Create a great contrast look done on purpose. And at last, he is hollow. And this stuff helped me a lot with this custom. A lot. After some compare, I decide to remove the upper part of this Terminator torso. In this way, he seems more a Master of the Universe. Well, this one is a little bit weird. I use these Skeletor legs and these shoes, and I don't remember where I found these shoes actually, but I decided to remove the feet and use the shoes instead. In this way he fits well like a E-Man, but not so E-Man because he is a faker. Then he have these shoes like an E-Man, and he don't have the normal Skeletor feet, and I don't know. I want to make something different, and in this way I don't need to glue these two parts because this leg, after all this trim, it fits perfectly inside. And here there is my first failure, because I wanna make blend these boots with these black shoes, and despite what I said on the start, I decided to color this part in black. Obviously it's not like paint an entire figure with primer, etc, but he's still a betrayal. With this arm was quite simple. I removed this crest, I don't know what it is, from Skeletor, from the original Skeletor arms, and after use a file, I use a flame for smooth the edges. I know, be careful in this phase. I know it's weird, but it's the best way I can found for smooth the edges on something on rubber. You don't need to touch the arm with the flame, otherwise you risk to completely ruin the arm, probably. Depends on the type of rubber. And here there is another reason why this old Chap Mei knockoff Terminator is perfect for this custom. Like you see, those arms are interchangeable, and I can use this one because it's hollow, for fits perfectly on this Master of the Universe stud. In this way I don't need to create any type of socket on those new metal arms. Also, those arms are on the perfect dimension, because if you think of this arm covered on muscle and skin, are really on the same dimension of a Master of the Universe arm, and they are very cool. And there is only a little detail I need to change, and is the position of this arm, and I need to bend a little this elbow for match the Master of the Universe original shape. And for do that I need to cut and glue this arm in the right position. I know I said I don't want to use glue, but in this case, only in this case, I think is the right things to do. Well, after that we are nearly finished this custom, and I really want to find a vintage Master of the Universe faker head, but I don't want to destroy a vintage faker for take his head. Also, a vintage faker is a very expensive figure, and for those reasons I decide to use a head I have already. In this way I have something completely original, and I don't need to color an E-Man head on blue. Basically because it's something boring, everyone can pick up an E-Man, color in blue, and make a faker. Or like many other custom creators, they make this cool but also boring battle damage faker, with the usual half face missing, and you can see the metal skull under the skin, like a Terminator. And please don't misunderstanding me, I like the battle damage faker really, but I think is now something usual, is normal. I see every single faker with this characteristic, and I wanna create something completely original and different from the other type of faker. Also, with these interchangeable pieces I can make different head, different arms, etc, etc. And this is the reason why this video is the first part of this custom. I wanna make more part of this type of faker, interchangeable like I said. But for now this custom is finished. And like always, if you have some question, comment down below, and remember, like, share and subscribe really help me on the channel, and ring the bell for not miss the next video. And now it's time to show you my new custom faker.